Hi fam, welcome back to my channel or our channel. It's your girl Linda. If you are new and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing, darling. I'm loving my earrings today, guys. I don't know, what do you think? Oh gosh. Anyways, guys, in today's video is 20 questions about me. It's a Q&A actually. And yes, we're gonna dive right into it. So please subscribe, page, and learn more about Linda. Okay, so what are my real names? My real names are Belinda Oyola. Awino actually. Belinda Awino Oyola. Belinda is Linda for short. Awino, I don't like using that name because it shows people your tribe so much. I find it so tribalistic. And then Oyola is my dad's name and I use it basically on everything. I started using it when I was schooling because I used to feel that it makes me look like a big girl. You know, when you answer your first and your middle name, you always look smaller, younger, and all that. But when you answer your dad's name, you look big, okay? Yes. Another question is, that is question 1. Question 2 is, how old is Linda? Actually, how old am I? Do I even know my age? I am 31 years old. I know they always say women don't like sharing their age, blah, blah. But guys, me, I do like sharing my age. The more reason as to why I do that is because many people die. People die these days. Like, you can be with somebody today and tomorrow you are told the person just slept, wake up. The person slammed. The person this. So, if God has allowed you to stay 31 solid years in this earth, why won't you be proud to share it? It's by His grace. It's not by your power. It's by His grace. You get? So me, I'm that kind of lady that I don't say, never ask a woman how old she is. No. Even when I'm 45, I'll be saying it to you people that Linda is 45. So Linda is 31 years old. So where was Linda born? Linda was born in Kisumu. I was born in Kisumu. I still don't know whether I was born home or born in the hospital, but I know I have a birth certificate. All my mom told me, or all my mom gave me, was my birth certificate. So I know that back in the days, people used to be born at home, then you'll now go to the birth certificate registration office and go and register. Yes. So it's very possible that this beautiful girl was born at home and then they later registered her for the birth certificate. Or it's also possible that she was born at the hospital. But I really don't know the truth about that. Okay? So, where is Linda's village? That is question what? Where is Linda's village? My real name, my age, where I was born. My village is in Kisumu Karatain, Kablak, Tim Sunga, Kambumwe. Oh my god, those names are so many. If you know, you know. Question 5, which tribe am I? From my name, from the name of my birthplace, I'm Luo. I am Raila Odinga's sister, okay? I am Luo. I am Barack Obama's sister. I am Heavy Luo, okay? Okay. What are my hobbies? My hobbies are singing, dancing, cooking, filming videos, acting, reading books, watching movies. Guys, my hobbies are endless. My hobbies are endless, okay? Number 6, right? What's my favorite color? My favorite color is luminous green. Luminous green does it all for me. I love that color. It gives me peace. I love it. I love it so much. Number 7. Do I like surprises? No, I don't. I don't. I don't like surprises because I am very choosy, very selective. And sometimes you might buy something thinking you're surprising me and you'll end up surprising yourself because, darling, A's gonna like it. And I'm one of those people who don't pretend. That I'll say, oh my God, it's so nice, I love it. And then when you turn your back, I'll be like, I don't even like it. I just said I like it so that I will not feel bad. If I don't like it, I'll just be like, excuse you, bruh, sis, why didn't you just ask me what I needed, what I liked, and buy it for me? Unless you want to surprise me with, let me say, something that is normal now, something like cake, maybe. Cake, I'll just eat it because waiting there is, sugar and, you know. But if it's something I'm going to be either wearing in my body or something like a car that I'm going to be driving or something like, if me and you have never sat down to discuss it and you got to get the information from me somehow and you know what I really need or what I really like and you used it to surprise me, you might end up surprising yourself. So no, I don't like surprises. Question number 8. What's my favorite food? My favorite food is semolina. Semolina is just like ugali for those who don't know, but it's quite softer than ugali. I find ugali very strong. So what I do, I use semolina to make my ugali. Okay, so if you don't want your semolina to go like a lot because the water really does consume it because it's too fine, like it's too soft, you make it like a porridge. When it gets to that thickness of a porridge, you now use ugali flour to now put it inside. Then it merges together. Though the semolina taste is still going to outdo the ugali taste, but I like semolina a lot. Give me that one. And fish, I am finished. I am yours for the whole year. I am yours faithfully, yours sincerely, yours loyal. So it's just normal for a Luo to love ugali and fish and add some greens by the side. It really doesn't matter. It can be skuma, it can be kunde, it can be managu, it can be dek, osuga, and the rest of them. It really doesn't matter. But make sure semo and fish, it does it for me. And when I talk of fish, it could be that normal fish, fried fish. Forget this Nairobi fish that are tasteless. I'm talking of real fish from Kisumu Dala, like real fish, okay? And also I love fish head a lot. Anything fish head, fish balls. I love mgongowazi. Do you know mgongowazi? If you know mgongowazi, please comment down below, let me know. Mgongowazi is just fish, but this fish, they are those big fish or fishes. Then they normally peel their skin to do the fish balls. Then they remain with bones with some small meat inside or some small flesh. So when you cook it, it looks like you're boiling bones in the pot. But when it is cooking, when it is done, the soup comes out very white and it is scenting so much. And anytime I describe food like this, my husband will just like, hey, this woman likes food. I'm like, if I don't like food, wait here again. Like, I come to this life to chop life. I need to eat. I need to eat to live long. Like I need to eat to see that I'm living. I need to stop existing and start living. You get? So, I love. Okay, question 9. Which primary school did I attend? I actually studied in the village, and we have one primary school they call Eluhobe Primary School. If you know, comment down below. I went there to primary 6. Then I went to Sunga Primary School, where I went to primary 7 and 8. That is because my mother was a teacher in that Sunga Primary School. So I decided to leave this other side and go to where my mother was a teacher, where they'll be respecting me as the teacher's daughter. If you know, you know. There are some accolades that comes with you being the madam's daughter. You get? There's a vibe you'll be giving. There's a way you'll be feeling yourself. And then I used to wake up early because we used to have morning prep. I'll now be going to school, drinking tea on my way going to school. Then my mommy will now follow me at school with another flask of thick tea. Oh God, to be a madam's daughter, is not a joke. Do you get? Okay, question 10. Which high school did I attend? I attended Ebusakami High School, Junction Academy for short. If you know, comment down below. Let me know. Okay, so I actually studied my high school in Western. Yeah, Ebusakami is in Western. I used to practically cross the equator from Nyanza to Western going to school. Yes. Okay, question 11. Were you ever suspended at school? Never. I was never suspended at school. I was the sugar and the juice. You get? I am always like this. I've always been like this. Those who know me will tell you. I'm always very active, very social, very friendly, very verbal. If you know, you know. Okay, but I'm very friendly and I can really talk and I can be verbal when I like you, or when you're my friend, or when we are close. But if we are not close, you'll be feeling the vibes of I have madarau, the vibes of I'm not a friendly person, the vibes of my eyes are so stunning, I look like a police lady. But if you're close to me, you realize that I'm so like over happy, like over jovial. Like, I remember when my brother used to say, anytime I look at this girl, I always ask myself, does she ever get angry? Because she's always happy, she's always smiling. I wish to have a life like hers. It's not as if my life is perfect, but it's my kind of person. I'm always happy, I'm always smiling. If I'm not happy with you, I don't know how to keep it. I'll tell you to your face, see, this one that you did, I don't like it, I'm not happy with you, and it's ended. So that I don't keep it in my heart and then it starts showing. Because if I'm not happy, if I want to give you vibes of not being happy, you will not like me. So it's better you be on the side of where I am happy. You're really gonna enjoy me more. I'm gonna be loving you, spoiling you, liking you, taking care of you like a child, sacrificing myself for you, for your own good, for your own benefit. I'm actually a giver. I have grace of giving. I can even give all my clothes and my closet will remain empty. And somehow, God still just blesses me back. So I've always been that kind of happy person. But, not but. You know when you use but, it makes everything you say negative. I'm always that kind of happy person. And I never got expelled from school. I never got a suspension. Even when we were in a drama club and people went out for a performance and we came back and everybody misbehaved and everybody was given suspension and expulsion left, right, and center. I was the drama cheerleader and I repeat, never ever went for that suspension or expulsion. Okay, number 12. Did you have any event in your life that are most memorable? Let me see. Okay, the first most memorable event in my life is when I was in high school. That is 2010. I was in Form 3. And there was this student leadership conference that was supposed to go and happen in Nairobi at the Bomas of Kenya. And I did this video in my main channel years back. This is our second channel actually. So this event was supposed to happen in Nairobi at the Bomas of Kenya. And Makio, I grew up in the village. So I had not stepped my feet in Nairobi for one day. And there's this what is it called? There is this high school head boy that we used to have that was very bright, and everybody knew that is position 1, position 2, position 1, position 2. Everybody knew that is the one that was going to win that leadership conference something and go and represent the school, because in the entire school they just needed one person to go and represent that school. So our drama teacher came out and said it in the parade, and then They gave us topics to go and choose which topic you want to discuss. And I still remember very well, I discussed drug and substance abuse. So we first of all went to one school like that. I don't know whether it was Bunyore Girls. I think it was Bunyore Girls High School. If you know Bunyore Girls, if you can relate, comment, let me know down below. So we went to Bunyore Girls and we did this. It was like a science congress thing, but it was not science congress. It was just like an interview. We went to perform these topics of ours. Then from these performances, they were going to select. Then they will now tell your teacher in your school who was selected, who will be going. Let me put my book down. So, what happens, my sisters and my brothers? You said memorable events. This is the number one. What happened is we went to this event, and going with somebody that our head boy I'm telling you about, somebody that the person is always getting position 1 in class. It's not as if I was stupid, but I was not those number 1, number 2, number 3. I was not there. And from back too, I was not number 1, number 2, number 3 from back. I was just somewhere in between. So the person said, okay, we went to do this congress or whatever I may call it. Let me just call it congress for now, but Abi or interview, no. Let me call it congress. So we were doing it. So imagine, I performed after a Bunyore Girls lady performed. And if you know Bunyore Girls, you know those kind of schools that they're the ones that even if you go for science congress, they are being favored. Even if you go for football tournament, they are being favored. It's like the favor of people is always on them because they are a girls' school. They're always clean. They're always dressing nice. They're always speaking English. All that thing. And me, I was coming from a mixed school. Oh, by the way, I went to mixed school. And I was in a day school where I would go in the morning, get late, they will beat me. I will now go back home in the evening. I will not come back tomorrow. It will rain on me going home. I will reach home. I will now be washing my uniform and hanging it. I wake up in the morning, the uniform did not dry because the weather in my village is very cold. I will now start ironing it to press it so that it will dry. Anyway, let me not go far from what I'm talking about. So we now went and performed, and then I actually performed the last. And before they called me, I was just sitting at the back. I was just telling God. Do you know one thing with me? What I noticed is ever since I was born, if I go to do something, either an interview or an audition or a test for something, anything at all that is a competition, that they only need one person, they must always take me. It's not like I'm bragging. But if I go where they need many people, they might not take me because many people will now go and some of them will now go and kill my vibes. Some of them will now go and use their own ways to dismiss me and use my space to put their people there. But if I go to any competition where they just need one person, I have never been left out. I have never been left out. Never, ever. So I now went and I performed with a bang. Then they clapped for me. And then I left. So when I went back to school on, I think the next day, the teacher came. I was kind of a prefect or leader of something. I was a drama club chair lady, so it's also like a prefect post shower, but it's not like you are a class prefect. The class prefect can still write your name if you're making noise. That is story for another day. My class prefect used to be my friend, but she will still write my name. Can you imagine? And I'll carry food. She will help me to eat it. Anyway, I for poison at that time, but I don't know. I'm just a child of God. It's God that is helping all of us. So when the teacher came back, somehow I was in the staff room. Then other teachers are now telling him, "Yay, We know who has been selected. Is our head boy that is going to represent us, right? Is our head boy that is going to represent us, right? Then the teacher laughed. He used to laugh so loud. God rest his soul in peace. I heard that he passed away some years after we have finished, that he got sick with a big disease and passed away. God rest his soul. So he now laughed so loud like a woman. He used to be a guy, but he used to laugh like a woman. I'll be shaking his head. And then he said, no, you won't believe who was picked. You won't believe who won the competition. And he said, is this one here? This crook here is the one that won the competition. You know, I told you that I'm always everywhere. I'm always loud. I'm always talking, social, everything. I'm always playful. And, you know, so maybe they were thinking because of my playful nature, I can't win. But what they didn't know is that when it's something that calls for seriousness, I can be extremely, vigorously serious as heart attack and even more. So when they heard that it's me that was picked, I remember the face on that head boy's, the look on that head boy's face. He felt this urge to just slap me. He felt so bad. He felt like, how could I have won him? How? You know when somebody feels that they're better than you and they feel that they're the ones who deserve everything, you can never beat them. I just look at his face, the look on his face, man. He was so disappointed on himself, disappointed that I won. He was feeling so bad. So to me, that was an event that remarkable. I'll never forget. So I later was called by the principal to the school assembly to perform the speech that I performed there. Man, like, yo, I think I'll just do a separate video on incredible events that have happened in my life that are very remarkable in length or at length, because I don't want this video to be longer than this. Wow, it's already 22 minutes. So that is just one event that was very remarkable in my life. Another event that was very remarkable in my life is my first travel to Nigeria. Oh my God. I felt like I was in heaven, entering the biggest Kenya Airways aeroplane to travel to Nigeria. I was so happy. I was super excited. I found Lagos very fascinating. All their food that I've been watching in Afro Cinema that I wanted to eat, I found them there. I ate them. Oh my God, my experience in Nigeria, everything. Oh God, I really love that. Plus, when I traveled to Nigeria, I went for this auditioning for Nollywood acting, where I actually had Walter Anga and the Nosa Rex as the, how they call it, the judges. And I actually passed, and then they told the chairman that followed them to come, the organizers of the party, of the audition, sorry, that they should give me 7 roles on 7 different movies that they have lined up coming that I should perform. Then suddenly, because after auditioning I went back home. They said they would contact us, so we didn't have time to take their numbers directly. But the lady was told to take my number. She took my number. So we kept in touch. But suddenly, the lady shortchanged me with some of her friends, some of her Nigerian sisters that she knows. She shortchanged me on that thing. At the time I'm calling her, she's not picking. And I was already told in front of everybody in the audition that the next 7 movies lined up, I have a role. Can you imagine that? But that one doesn't matter. What matters to me is I went for the audition, I passed, and they already sanctioned me to be given the job. But I know I was shortchanged probably because I am not Nigerian, and the people that were organizing that thing, they have their own sisters that they also want to enter the Nollywood industry. So they could possibly just go and say, that lady is not Nigerian, she traveled back to her country. Or they can go and say, we lost contact with her, just use this person. And because I'm not Nigerian and they don't have my number directly, but I've made it a point of my business that I must look for that Nosa Rex and that Walter Anga one of these fine days, and I must remind them of that audition, and I must tell them that that job you're supposed to give me, give it to me now. Another remarkable experience that I had is when there is one director that came all the way from Nigeria to here when they organized an event by Connie Kabari, and we went for an audition and I passed. So when I traveled to Nigeria, I called the guy and the guy told me I should go for a job. He kept calling me for a job. At that time, Nigeria used to have a lot of kidnappings from that Enugu road. And you know, when I'm in Nigeria, I'm based in Benin. So traveling from Benin to Enugu is like 3 hours or thereabout. So my husband now said, I cannot travel to Enugu at the moment because of the kidnappings, and I'm still new and I have a small baby. That time my son was just 3 years old, okay, if not 2.5, 3 years thereabout. So I also didn't go for that, but I'm still in touch with them anyway, so I've not lost anything. But it's very remarkable to me. At least I have friends, directors from Nollywood industry that I know if in a very good day I can just go and call them and tell them that I'm here, give me a job, and they'll actually give me a job and I'll deliver. And I remember that director told me to my face that you are good, an actress, you are very good, you are a super actress, and you really need not to waste your talent. Okay, so those are 3 remarkable events. Another one is when I gave birth to my first child, my son Promise, and when I gave birth to my second baby, my daughter Maya. Those are 5 remarkable events in my life. And another one is when I had my Nigerian white wedding or more. The video is in my main YouTube channel. You can go and check it. I so loved it. Like, geez. Even when I had my traditional marriage in Kisumu, God, it was so gorgeous. I have a lot of blessings. I have a lot of remarkable events in my life, man. Anyway, that's that. So question 13 is going to be, are you married? Yes, I am very much married. 14 will be, for how long? I've been married for 6 years. We are entering the 7th year, or we are into the 7th year. Question 15, how many kids do you have? I have 2 kids, boy and a girl. Question 16, what's your mother's name? My mother's name is Celine. Celine Oyola. What's your father's name? Question 17, my father's name is Francis Amos Oyola. Question 18, question 18 should be what? There's something I wanted to tell you guys. Stanley. Okay, which number of siblings do you have and which number are you in your house? I am the 3rd born. We are 4 in number and I'm the only girl. Yes. Growing up as the only girl, I grew up as a tomboy. I used to cream myself on my way out. I actually learned skincare in my marital home. When I got married, my husband started saying, you used to shower and you did not used to even cream yourself. You would dress up before you cream yourself. That is when I started behaving like a lady. You know, now as a married woman, you have to be submissive. Now I have to behave like a lady. I will now shower and start creaming myself when I still have my towel on and cream everywhere. But when I was growing up, I grew up amongst boys. I grew up like a tomboy, you know. I used to, like, I will now shower, come out, dress everything, trouser, t-shirt. I will now do like this in my hand. I will now be creaming my face as I'm going out. That's how I used to do. So yeah, I guess that marks the end of our Q&A. It has become so long. God, I didn't expect it to be this long. Anyway, I had fun shooting it. I hope you guys gonna have fun watching it. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end. If you're new and you haven't subscribed, kindly consider subscribing. Turn on your bell. I promise you good content in this channel. Turn on your bell not to miss out on any of our future uploads. I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay blessed and have peace.